Hi, I'm Lawrence Bergen from Franklin Marine. Over the years of my sailing, I've done a fair bit of sailing both in the Mediterranean, around the Pacific, but there's a special place in my heart for Tasmania. So in my many crossings over Bass Strait, further usually in cruising when we can stop, but if we're racing then invariably on the way back, then we go into Wineglass Bay. So Wineglass Bay is one of my most favourite anchorages on the East Coast. In fact, probably my most favourite anchorage in Tasmania, and maybe even the mainland. A couple up the reef are pretty nice as well. So when we're coming down to Wineglass Bay, if we're coming from the mainland, we're leaving from Eden, which is here, around Green Cape, which is the last report in for any Hobart fleet. We're then basically taking a rum line. You can see there's a few little marks there I've put on the chart, a couple of little plots, and we're heading to Wineglass Bay. So Wineglass Bay, in a slightly larger scale chart, you can see we can work our way in there. If you're coming up to Wineglass Bay from south, you probably come from Tribunna, which is about a 40 nautical mile run up to there, or you may have been into Shooting Passage. There's plenty of places to get a safe anchorage south of Wineglass, but generally Wineglass is probably the last stop before you head off for the mainland, or it's certainly a very welcome first stop when you arrive across Bass Strait from Eden, or indeed if you're racing down, or if you've a vessel in distress, it's a great spot also to get into. So the last time I came down though, came down with a fair bit more luxury, I must admit. We came down on Harbours, and she's a 55-foot steel motor sailor. So not the windy cockpit of a ocean racing boat, or indeed the intensity of it, or indeed not the heavy work in a tall ship or a tall ship race, whatever. So what we did then is we come across, so we're just going to show you some of the easier ways we got into Wineglass. Last time we went into Wineglass, we actually came in at night time. We left further up the, came in there, just that's how it worked out. We came in at night. So in the old days, we wouldn't have dared go in. You don't want to come into a black shore on a black night without any help. So this time around we had a radar. So radar, whilst at the moment we're in the river, this is just showing the river, this is the side of the river there, up to the end. And so if you're coming into Wineglass, you just see a beautiful big bay laid out in your radar, and you can zoom your radar in. On that case we're in 0.25 of a nautical mile. Also you generally know from the chart what the depths are. So as you come into the bay, you can gradually watch the depths drop away, and we can use that a lot more easily. We can see with an electronic depth sounder. Also, these days we came in and we had a nice plotter. This happens to be a nice little Raymarine touchscreen, and it's got a Navionics electronic chart. So you can see from that chart we came from up here, zoom right out, there was our line there, came across, and into Wineglass there's the Freixenet Peninsula, this is shooting on there, coming into Wineglass Bay. So this is all Lewin Bay. If you happen to be in Wineglass to the nor'easter, don't worry, you can actually get up there into the Sleepy Hollow, but generally you're going to come down here right into Quiet Corner. So Quiet Corner's right in the bottom there, because generally you've either got a sou'easter or a sou'wester coming this way, and or if you got a nor'wester, we had a nor'wester this time we came over, we anchored around this sort of spot there. Magic spot, you can see back out, good fishing, plenty of flatheads on the bottom. Spectacular scenery. It's right above you. You've got the whole hill of Wineglass Bay, and to the south, looking south, you've got Mount Freixenet. So that's just my little experience of Wineglass Bay, going into there in the good old days, and now in the good new days.